Welcome to Synergy Training, More Tips and Tricks, Volume 2. We are going to have this as the last round of tips and tricks for the second quarter, and they'll be changing up for quarter 3 and quarter 4. Upcoming trainings, we have Evernote webinar on July 9th. That's between noon and 1. If you would like to sign up for it, click on the link you receive in the email, sign up for it, and then I'll send you the link for the webinar itself. The next few will be emailed out to you, and they are the Excel Basics on July 16th, Mail Merge on July 23rd, and the More Tips and Tricks Volume 3 for the third quarter, July 30th. Let's get started with what our agenda for today is. We're going to open different views within one document and how you can see different areas of a document, combining different paper orientations in a Word document, so it would be portrait and landscape, adding default page numbers starting on the second page, how to print one page of an email, and then in Excel, how to see the sum or average of the numbers. So let's go ahead and get started here. First of all, we're going to open up a document, and we have a document that I've already started, and the document itself is just a regular document. We have a cover, and we have some writing in here. But when you want to be able to see something at the beginning and the end of the document, there's a way to do that. And how you go about doing that is that you go into the view, and we're able to split the screen. So I'm able to move my cursor to where I would like to split the screen. So I'm going to leave it right here. When I let go, you can see it. Now, by clicking on the top portion, making that the active portion, I can go ahead and zoom in and out, get this bigger or smaller as I see fit. So I can see the top, but I can also click on the bottom and make that 2 pages maybe, make that a little bigger so I can do something at the top and then also use the bottom. So if I'm editing something at the beginning and at the end, I have the opportunity to look at both here in just one area. You can also do the same thing in Excel. If you open up an Excel document, you can do split screens. I have some just data here. I have one of 2 ways to do it. I can also go to View and go to Split, and I can do it into 4 quadrants if I'd like. If I unsplit it, I can click back on it and it goes away. I could also go over on the top right-hand side. You'll see a little bar pop up when you hover over it, and you can split it yourself, and you can do it into 2. If you want to do 4, you can also do the same thing with the split screen. So independently, you can scroll on the top versus the bottom. But we're going to go back to Word and combine multiple different documents orientations into one document. So we're going to get rid of the split screen and just look at one page. And I have, my regular document, but as I go to the end of my document, I want to add in some information, and I want to add in a picture. So when I go to the end, I want to add in, for example, a picture that has the landscape feature. I can show you how to do this, because you might see this and this drives me crazy. How did somebody get that to happen? So what I did was, wherever I wanted to go, I go to the page layout, and I go to breaks, and then I go down to next page. By doing this, I can then, on the next page with the break, I can go to orientation and add in landscape. And you can see I can put this landscape right in there. Now if I want to insert something, I can then go right ahead and do so. For example, I have this picture I'm going to insert, and I want it done in landscape. And now if you go ahead to view that, you can go to File and Print Preview. You'll be able to flip back and through each page and see that it's between the orientation of landscape or portrait. So it's quick and easy to do. If you go back, it's under Page Layout. You get a new page by going to Page Break, go into Next Page, and here is where you can go ahead and change it back to portrait if you would like to continue on with your document. The next tip is how to put in some default page numbers. And I can show you, so you can see that I have in here different page numbers. But as I go to the top, I do not have a page number on the column. How that happens is by going to your tab for insert, and you can go over to page numbers and add them. Now, however, if you need to make some modifications of how you would like your page numbers, you need to go over to the page layout and go to page setup. And I would like to click the box on the header and footers that says different first page, because that means I want something to happen differently on the first page in comparison to the rest. So if I hit OK, I can now go back over into my insert. I can do remove my page numbers and then start from the beginning by inserting a page number at the bottom of the page and right in the center. And as you can see, that I need to put them in all across the board. So how I'm going to do that, so we're going to add the page number in starting on the second page. So if I go to page numbers and I say bottom of the page and put it in, you can see that my page number starts on the second page and my cover page does not have a page number. So you're able to change that just by going into your home or your insert under your page layout. You do need to make a change under page setup that has different first page clicks, and then you can go ahead and add that in and go to your page numbers, which is located under the insert page, under the insert tab under page numbers. Next, we're going to move on to an email. So I have an email that I want to bring up, and sometimes you have emails that are really long, but you don't need all the information. And the part that's really hard is that you have so much of the email is taken up by just somebody's signature. Well, I don't want to print all that out. I'm really green, I don't need all that information. But what you can do is when you go to File, you can go to Print, and you can see how many pages. So we have 3 pages of the email. I only want the first page. So your option is that you can go to Print Options and go to Page, and then you can go to what pages that you would like. If you only want page 1, you can do that, or you can go page 1 and 2. And if I do that, then I can hit Print, and it's only going to print off the pages that I request. So that will save you from printing off that third page that is just information about somebody's signature, and you don't need that. In addition to that, while we're in the emails, there are some options that you can do about replying and forwarding an email. So when we're back in the Backstage view, if you go to Options, we're running out all the Outlook options in other mail. As we scroll down, I want to go to the section that says Reply and Forward. So this allows you to, if you would like to include the original the message within the text, you can do that when you're replying or forwarding. Sometimes you don't want to attach the document that you have or the original message, and you can make those changes right here. You can include it, you can also indent or do the prefix line of the original message. So you can kind of see the different opportunities that you have with each individual email that you want to send out. So you can make those changes here as well. To make sure that they're saved, you do need to hit OK so that it saves and you can send out the way you would like it. The next thing that we're going to talk about is seeing the summer average. So if you have a document with a lot of data in it, sometimes you just want to know a few pieces of information. So for example, I would like to know an average age of these people that I have here in my workbook. So if I go ahead and highlight some of that information, I could use a formula off to the side and make some modifications and figure out what it is. Or if I just highlight it, I can go down to the bottom and see that the average age is 42.333 years, or in this total sum of those numbers that I have highlighted is 381. So I'm able to, instead of having to actually go through through and make the formulas and figure it out, I can just look at the bottom. So if I want to add up some dollar values, I can highlight them and check down here about what the average is or the total sum and how many were in my data set that I was using. That is a huge tip because when you're trying to get something done, you just want to know instead of really figuring out that calculation. It's right there for you, right at the bottom of your page. So those are a few tips and tricks for this quarter. If you would like to stay tuned, take a look at our emails and sign up for our next webinar that's coming up. And hopefully you'll join us. And if you have any questions or concerns or ideas, please